Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a great week so far and that you had a good holiday. So, I've got a couple different messages that are kind of a hodgepodge that I wanted to talk to you about today. First and foremost, got the specific impression that there's something you've been doing for a long period of time. Maybe it's career oriented. I get specifically that it's around work, but it could be around how you approach, relationships or anything where you've had a very rigorous task checklist in the past. Like it's been hard and it's been complicated. And I get the impression that you've almost not been able to rest unless all of those boxes have been checked. And I'm getting a lot of things coming through right now, which is great. So a lot of confirmations about this message. So it's just, how some people have OCD behaviors and they don't feel like they can rest or feel happy or allow themselves to rest or allow themselves to be happy unless, certain boxes are checked. From the outsider, those boxes appear arbitrary. To the person with OCD, those boxes are life and death, right? They're very necessary. I get kind of an OCD behavior or an OCD mindset, probably more accurately, around some specific things you've been doing in either your relationships, your career, or all the above, that you feel like things won't work unless I do all of these things. And what's interesting is that when you have this knowing in your heart that it's just done, that's what manifests, right? So in a weird way, your adherence to this checklist is manifesting not because of the actions of the checklist, but because of your belief in the actions of the checklist. You believe that those actions are going to produce this result. And so when you finish those checklist items, you finally allow yourself to have that level of knowing, and that is what manifests. And so the message coming through is like, have that knowing. You can just step into, maybe even just pretend in your mind that all those items have been checked. Maybe even just like visualize yourself checking that box and being like, yep, all of it's done, and allowing yourself to move into that completion, that knowing that you did all the things you need to do. And that's really what manifests. And so what Spirit's saying today is there's something you've been doing in a certain way that you've been just making a little too hard. And now you're finding yourself resisting it. And then you're feeling like it's not going to produce the result because you're resisting all of these checked boxes. In fact, Spirit wants to confirm to you that your body is resisting these things because Spirit's trying to move you out of that very rigid mindset of it all has to be done this way, or I don't get what I want, or I don't produce the result. So there's an ease that you can allow. And it's even as simple as just, even if you don't feel it, as the operant power, creator of your own reality, you can just say it's done. And even if you don't feel it, just that knowingness that it's done and that you've checked those boxes, do that in your mind. There's an ease and peace about that will produce for you, and that is why your body is resisting. So Spirit wants you to quit shaming your body mind for what you are perceiving as laziness. It's moving into a more easy way of being in the world that is necessary right now. I'm getting also that this is a specific example to people around you, specifically children, that are watching you do your thing and are going to make that behavior an example for them, right? They're going to adopt that behavior. I hear the words monkey see, monkey do, right? I never say that, so I don't know who that's for, but really, it's just about embracing the completion. And when you go through these checked boxes, you feel that level of like, a lot of times we do this around the holidays too, right? I do it too. I love to make cookies for my friends and family around the holidays. And, you know, this endless stressing out about, oh, I need to make, you know, some arbitrary number of recipes before you feel like you've done your part. And when you check all those boxes, you finally are able to relax. It's not the fact that you've checked the boxes that you're able to relax. It's the fact that you've given yourself permission at that point, right? And there's a sense of completion there. So move into that completion without the checked boxes. And what Spirit's saying right now is the checked boxes and what needs to be done will arise to the surface naturally when you let go of the regime about it, right? Something about the regime is really keeping you tied up. A couple other quick things here. So this is a separate message, or you can tie it together however it resonates for you. But I got the impression that something that you had really invested in a while ago, maybe you had laid down, maybe you had like now second guessed your time and energy and money that you invested into it. It's going to bring, and I specifically got the word dividends. You had let go of all of it, and really you hadn't expected it, but the word dividends are coming back to you. It's going to pay dividends back to you, and you hadn't expected it. It's something you gave out of like your heart too, which is really meaningful. It's very powerful. So so that's cool. And then I won't make this video too long, but I just am prompted to give you a little letting go story that I have from a few years ago. So there was a situation that just had gotten kind of out of hand, acrimonious, and just like it was done. It had outstayed its welcome. I had outstayed my time in it, right? And so I just began, and my body mind works such that like if I feel like I'm right, it's really hard for me to let something go. This is how we are sometimes, right? So I began letting go of not wanting to be right, because it was hard for me to say, hey, no, that's wrong though. Like I can't let that go because it's wrong. But what you can do is say, this feeling of wanting to be right, this feeling of searching for ways for it to be resolved, believing it's going to be resolved, searching for spiritual confirmation that it's going to be resolved. And really what we're doing in that, when we look for messages, we're looking for spirit to confirm that we're right. So there you go. That's okay. But it keeps you stuck, right? So like you're looking for messages that say, well, this person's going to come back and apologize and tell you you were right all along and it's all going to reconcile. And that very well may be the case. But holding on to the framework that needs to happen in order for the situation to be resolved keeps it in place, right? So this situation, so when I would go into these encounters, whether it be whatever it was, I would feel awful, right? It just felt awful. I would feel contracted. I would feel on guard. I would feel edgy. I would feel like I had to defend myself. I would feel anxious and scared. I would feel angry, and I would feel just like resentful and all these horrible things. And to me, it looked like this really tangled up ball of yarn. And I'm like, okay, the details of the situation are hard for me to let go because I felt like I was right. But all those feelings, I can let go of that feeling because that's awful. Like, I don't have to worry about the details. This feeling that's kind of maybe not really defined, and it just is a feeling. I can just picture yourself holding on to like this ball of yarn or this pen or whatever it is, and just, can you let go of gripping it? The feeling you have when you're trying to find justice, that feeling of, oh, can you just allow that to fall from your hand? Fall from your heart center, really. Just drop into love, the universe of all that is, right? And I just kept letting go of not the facts, because the facts were important to my body mind for some reason. I just could not reconcile the facts because I felt like I was right. And for whatever reason, I still feel like I was right, whatever. So I just kept letting go of the feeling. This feeling I have of wanting to be right, of wanting to go into this conversation and win, of all the hashing it out in the shower, you know, just having these conversations and that angst feeling, that just feeling, just allow yourself to let go. Let that feeling drop to the floor. Let this whole identity around what's going on, can you just let all of the angst feelings around it go? Can you also let all the good feelings around it go? All the pride, and there's nothing, it's okay. All the feelings that you had of it being an identity of yours. Can you just allow yourself to drop it from your hand? Whether it's a career position or, you know, wanting to be right, wanting to be a victim, wanting to be smug, wanting to tell that story. The wanting is this feeling, right? It's not that you won't end up resolving it. It's not that you won't end up being right. It's just the feeling of wanting it to resolve. Can you just drop that feeling and continue to drop that feeling? Because you'll pick it up a number of times. And as soon as you catch yourself picking it up, just drop it again. Just continue to drop it over and over. And just allow the whole thing to unravel. Allow your whole identity in it. Just drop it. That's not to say it's actually going to unravel, but it'll resolve for you in a way that is actually quite beautiful. So, whoever that's for, I love you. Have a wonderful day.